Aquarius, every day I'm shuffling. Some of you could be a tarot card reader and every day you seem to be shuffling or you're pulling cards on someone. Or every day I'm hustling. Hustle, the name Russell, Russell Crowe, Brandon Lee, Leanne, Lucy, Laura, Lucifer, Capricorn, something to do with that. Cappy, Chameleon. Someone's really funny. Like they find this person extremely funny. Like, you know what, Steve? He's really funny. He says stupid stuff. Sorry about that in the background if you can hear it. The Hoover. But I'm also hearing, so like something to do with like chameleon, like a comedian. So you might be doing things that are really comedy or like divine comedy or divine living in the UK. You're right. But like divine connection. Some of you have got a spiritual divine connection with somebody. I don't know if you're with them. Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Jackie, Jasmine. I don't know if you're actually with this person or without them. Am I with you or without you? I can live with or without you. Something to do with living. Like I can't live with you, but I can't also live without you either. So Eva, Steve, Stephen, Eve, Devi, also Devil. But I can't live with you and I can't live without you. I've got one eye on you and one eye in my pocket. So you've done, you're relating to the other readings that we've been doing, Aquarius. I've got one eye on one person and one eye on the other person. Or it's like I've got one red eye and one green eye and I'm a snake, maybe. Or like I'm colourblind and I am blinded by the light. Two of Swords. You could be dealing with a Libra for a lot of you, or a 2. And I've got one eye on you and I've got one eye on a number 2. So you've got your eyes in different direction unless you have got cross eyes. I don't know. But these eyes keep coming up everywhere. These eyes of mine. So something to do with my eyes. My eyes. This came up in like 2 or 3 readings. In the last one that I just did, which was Capricorn. And it's about Mark. Like sparks, like spark. So it might just be a spark of interest that I've got with someone that I find very funny, and I have my eye on them constantly. Or my iron levels, like I'm always looking at my iron all the time. So what are you, a cleaner, Tina? And you're always ironing, and you're like, I'm just ironing all the time, and I've just always got my eye on my iron, or my lion, a Leo, or an Aquarian /8. So like, well, I've always got my eye on them all the time on my levels. So like, someone's like looking at their something to do with my level. Like I'm trying to get like someone plays a game quite a lot. Michael, Douglas, Michael, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie plays a game all the time. And I'm just trying to keep an eye on my level because I don't want it to go down. I'm trying to get to level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7, level 8, level 9. And they're kind of like, well, I can't not play it because then I'm not going to get on level 1. And I'm on level 1, I'm probably on level 3 or 4 by now. You could be dealing with Scorpio or an Aries. And I'm on level 4. So I can't stop playing because I'm in a competition. So some of you are in competition with another person and it's a third party, or you're in competition on a game. Like you're playing this game and you're in a competition and I have to beat the competition. So some of you, you're just like, I don't know, doing tarot card readings and you're trying to beat everybody else, but trust me, that's going to be a struggle. But like a competition, like I'm very competitive, okay, and I have to beat everybody. So something like that, I have to beat Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, and I have to beat off. Okay, someone's beating off, and they're sort of like, well, I'm going to have to beat off to them. So somebody could be beating off, I don't know. Unless your name's Beatty or B or Brian or anybody beginning with B, really. But like, I'm B Steve or Steve, but like I'm bee sting. So some of you might get a bee sting, or you're eating honey, or you're called honey pie, sugar plum. Some of you might be making things around honey or something that's sweet, but it is not sugar, it's honey. So I'm also hearing honey come back, Glenn Campbell, someone from Scotland, also Glenn. So the name Glenn, or from the Glen, which is Scotland. See you, Splat Rabbit. And like honey come back, I just can't stand. Each lonely day's a little bit longer. And the last time, someone's from up north. I held you seems like 100 years ago. Last time I held you seems like a hell. So something's around a Capricorn. And the last time I held you in my arms. What's that? Last time that I held a person in my arms was a fucking long time ago. So have you not held a person in your arms? Like, I have never really had anybody in my arms before, really? So you've never hugged anybody? Oh, no, what's going on? Like, well, I don't ever really have anybody in my arms. So, are you single then, for a lot of you? You're single, Jen, Julian, Jason, I don't have anybody in my arms to hug. So hug, like I want to hug. Like, can you just give me a hug? Somebody is either hugging someone, or they're not hugging, or hugging and kissing. I want to hug you, I want to kiss you, I want to squeeze you, I want to be you. What's that fucking for? Be you. Anybody beginning with B? I want to be you. I want to be you. I want to copy. Oh, Aquariuses are always copycats. Like, I copy you. I want to be you, so I want to copy what you do. I get this all the time. Okay, a lot of people have even been daft enough to actually leave me a video of actually me looking at them trying to explain what I've already explained for fucking years about numerology. And they're like, Steve, can you have a look at my video? And it expresses exactly what you're doing and have been doing. And I'm not really calling your name out to say that it was you. I'm letting everybody know that it was really me. But like copying, like I'm copying your material or something like that, or I want to copy you, or I want to be what you do, and I want to do what you do, and I want to copy you. Like, I want to copy everything that you do. So I don't know, like copycats, people that copy other people's material. Okay. Why do I always get that around Aquariuses or Sagittarian energies? Like something to do around YouTube or something around copying other people's material or whatever it is. Like, you know, I can't come up with my own material. I pretty much have to copy other people's material. Like, I can't get by doing my own way, and by finding my own way, I have to try and get in with other people to find my way. Meaning that I can't do this myself. I have to get other people to do it for me. Okay, so I don't know, some of you are trying your best to get on other people's tarot card channels in order to progress with your own, is what I'm hearing. Sorry, I don't give a fuck what people are doing, but like, I can't get by on my own. I have to get by getting in with the in crowd to get people to notice mine. So, I don't know, do what you fucking like, just don't involve me, that's all. But like, yeah, I'm hearing somebody's copying someone's material. This actually went on for a Sagittarius, because I can remember now, someone's commenting saying that it was to do with that they couldn't put out Sagittarius readings of their own, but this was on Facebook, okay, and they couldn't put out their own material on Facebook or Instagram. I mean, I don't know, isn't Instagram really a place that you do tarot card readings? I don't know, but like, I can't put out my own material because these people are copying what it is that I do in order to be able to get my own messages, so someone else copies their messages and then says it on their tarot card reading. I've come up with these messages, and really they don't know whether it is someone else that's taking their messages and then saying that that's what it is, and they're waiting for the other person to bring out a load of messages so the other people can copy those messages and say that they come up with it. I mean, I don't give a fuck. As long as this shit doesn't involve me, I really don't care. Like, I really don't. But it is a message there for you, Sagittarius. Sorry, I'm doing Aquarius, I know that. So it's got to be involving like a Taurus, Sagittarius, 5, something around copying material, someone's material, copying people's material, okay? I mean, like I said, if this really bothers you that much, don't worry about it, you know, don't fucking worry about it. The trouble is, with when it comes to YouTube and shit, people are going to do that anyway, you know, they're just trying to look big through what they know, but they probably don't. I don't give a fuck. But, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, people can spot a fake a mile off, right? I mean, trust me, even I get known as a fake by people because they fucking hate what I do, you know, so don't worry about that. What else have we got for you, Aquarius, apart from copying? I don't know. Copulating. Oh, Felix Coupler. But like couple me. Can you couple me? Can you couple me? What's that? Cuddle me. Can you cuddle me? Cuddle. Mollycoddling. Model? Someone's a model. Someone's like, well, I'm a model, don't you know? Modelling contract. Some of you are into a model. Or you are a model. Or you want to be a model. Or you want to be Madonna. I don't know. But like, so material girl. Someone that's got girl in their name. Of their channel, perhaps. I don't know. But like girl. Something girl. Girl. I want to be a girl. Well, if you're not a girl, then what are you? If you're a man and you want to be a girl, then what are you trying to do? A sex change? I want to be a girl. I want to be a girl. Why am I hearing that? I want to be a girl. I want to be a wag. So, oh, okay. So this is like a Mel C. Melanie, or Mel C. But like the Spice Girls. So like, I want to be... I want to be in with the in crowd of a rapper and all of this stuff that people have been going on, and I need to be seen in with the in crowd. Like, I have to be in with like really important people, and I have to be seen the fact that I'm with really important people. Okay, So somebody finds it really important that they have to be in with, like, I have to be seen around like really popular people, okay, in order to be seen in the industry, in any kind of industry whatsoever. I have to be around these people in order to be able to make it, because I can't do it on my own. So people are trying here to get a leg up by other people's businesses or stuff. Like, I'm sorry, Aquarius, but it's here. Like, I have to be seen around certain people in order to be able to get a leg up. So the music industry. I'm in the music industry, but I'm not in the music industry. I have my own channel, but fuck no would I ever be like that good enough to earn money out of music. These days, that is extremely, extremely impossible. Impossible to really try and make it in the world of music. Trust me, I know some fucking excellent magicians. But like, I know some excellent musicians. And they're not even in the music industry. You know, they're not. They have a YouTube channel where they do things like, they give information to other people. That's what people want. That's how you would do it, is by like showing people how to work and use certain things. But like for me, I've been posting my music for fucking ages, and I'm still not getting anywhere really with a free channel with free music, which is Angel Radio. You know, and I think some of that material is really fucking good, but it's still not going to get anywhere. You know, I'm not ever going to be a music artist. You know, it's very difficult. Trust me, if you watch the amount of stuff that's around music and things like this, it's got to be around music, right? Is it? Some of your messages? I mean, I can't relate to everybody in your love lives all the time. I have to talk about what they wanted me to talk about. So some of you are really trying to get up in the industry, right? Like, I mean, it could even be just at work, and it doesn't have to be anything spiritual or music-wise. But like, I'm really trying to get, like, up, climb the ladder, but by other people. Well, trust me, with people like me, I find that sometimes offensive. You know, I do. Without permission of another person, I find that, you know, offensive if other people try to take away my stuff. Like, I'd find that, you know. So, yeah, I don't know what that is for. For instance, if any of you are worrying, like some of my videos, right? The last video with the people dancing in it, right? Where I get videos from sometimes, not all the time. You have to look at CC, which is Creative Commerce, right? Creative Commerce on YouTube means that you can use certain videos under material of, like, when I was doing my vlog, for instance, and it showed a very small clip of certain things, because you can play up to like 5 seconds or 8 seconds of other people's material before it's classed as Creative Commerce, where they'll do you for copyright material. Sometimes they will pretty much say, we want a percentage of what you earn, okay? And sometimes they won't. They'll just let it slide. For instance, I've got an Angel Radio, right? I got flagged. Not flagged. I didn't get flagged. I got noticed that somebody had used some of my video in their own music video. They used my stuff that I use, okay? But I let that slide because they hadn't used my sound, but they basically just used some of the video that I'd used, okay? So I let that slide. That didn't bother me, okay? But for some of you, it might be around copyright material or something. I mean, I even have to be careful because certain things that I might use video-wise, you run out of certain material to be able to use for video, okay? So some of you might be looking into, like, for instance, this has got to be here. I don't know why this is a big thing. So, well, it would be for me because I look for that kind of stuff as well. So, for instance, like people that do reviews for videos that come out on Netflix and stuff like that, right? There's a certain thing that you can do. It's called copyright law. It's called Creative Commerce. So if you guys don't know anything about Creative Commerce, you can look into it, okay? But it's something like that, and I'm looking for videos, or I'm looking to be able to do something around YouTube and all of this stuff. I don't know what it is about copyright material, because normally when I speak about it, it's probably me that ends up getting slapped with something of copyright material. I really don't know. But like I said, you can use certain things, but if I ever do, it's from a Creative Commerce one, which means that I'm using it creatively, and there are certain rules and regulations that you do in order to, one, sometimes let people know where you got the material from, okay? And then also permission from that person to be able to do it. So me, for instance, on my Angel Radio, I have started to do where you can use my music as your intro for your own stuff, But like, because I make my own music, right? So if anybody ever uses my music, which is on Angel Radio, for that they want for an intro or an outro, or anything that they do, and they like my music, I'm doing it where you can use that music, but you also have to put it in your description of where you got the video from to send people to the video or the music of where you got it from, okay? So I don't know if this is... I don't know why I'm talking about it. Majority of the time when I do, it's there. It's around copying material, material girl, materialistic, needing to be in the crowd, trying to get in the industry, maybe to do with music or tarot, okay, and then also trying to plant your stuff onto other people's. We've had this so many times around Aquarius readings. Like, I don't know, people that are trying to get up in the industry. That's all they keep saying. Like, I'm trying to get up in the industry, but I have to be around other people that have an industry to be able to get up, to get a leg up. Like, I have to be there. Okay, instead of doing what majority of other people did, which is fucking do it yourself. You know, is to do it yourself. You know, when I started this, I did it all by myself, right up to, 11,000 subscribers. All by myself, 11,000. Straight up to 11,000. Took me ages to get there. 11,000. Took me a long fucking time. Then shit went down with another channel and I got 2,000 from that person. 2,000. The rest of it was all mine. Okay, now I'm up to 22,000, I think. 23,000, right? So it's all basically just doing it yourself. Unless you get some really decent, nice person like JD Tarot, JD Tarot, is it? JDS. But I don't know. I don't know what, how, or what this is important to you, or whether it even is. I don't know. But that's what a message I've got for you. Okay. So, let's see. Aquarius. So, December. So that's really niggling my head, and I don't know whether it's really bothering someone. I know it would probably really bother me. I don't know whether it's bothering you or not. I don't know. December for Aquarius, or the Cross Watcher. 3. So you really could be dealing with the Pisces. So the channel stuff, I got no idea. It's related to work for a lot of you. Some of you are in a third party situation. Majority of you are still having to wait for your court date to go towards, like going to court to put a sanction that you had a long time ago, the slap with a disorder, or a law and order, something to do with Laura's. All the Laura's up in here with the flora. Sephora. Somebody is right into Sephora, really. Have you seen my Sephora collection? And I've got Sephora everywhere, or like Laura's everywhere. There's Laura here, there's Laura there, there's Laura, and then there's Laura, and then Laura here, and Laura everywhere. Laura. I'm hearing Laura. Laura, is that you? Is that you, Laura? Are you a number 2? But like, yeah, some of you could be in a third party, some of you it's at work, some of you it could be like to do with mental health kind of stuff and having to go to the doctors. Mental health, again, is what I'm hearing. Health. I'm looking into my health. Health worker, social services social worker. I'm going to have to go and see my therapist. Someone here is trying to get in with a therapist. Okay, or trying to get pissed, I don't know, or playing a pheromone. But like, trying to get to see the doctors for my therapist. Okay, so it could be a counsellor of such. Okay, counselling. I've also got that coming up myself, actually, which is food counselling, and also mental health counselling as well. Let's see, Aquarius. I do have Aquarius and Venus. But you can also watch this as a Leo as well, obviously, right, if you guys have been following me. Let's see. Aquarius for December. The Hangman, 3 and 3. They come 3 by 3. I mean, what is it? Noah's Ark? Noah? Noel? Noel? Niall? No, Nigel. Nigel. You're right, Nigel. But like, Jewel and the Nile. Michael Douglas? Douglas. But like Jewel and the Nile. Catherine, what was her name? Jewel and the Nile. Michael Douglas and something. Anybody else can remember that? I used to love that. I'm going to have to rent that. Jewel in the Nile. So I'm hearing Jules, Vern, Julie, me Julies. Me Julie, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jackie, and also Jewel in the Nile. Anyway, some of you, you're in a third party. Straight up. 3, 3. Let's see. 3 is the magic number. Aquarius. Cancerian. Life path 7. So, going to and from work, dropping someone off at work and then coming home. Some of you are just in the door, out the door, in the door, out the door, in the door. DAW for music. Dan, also. Danielle, also. Anybody beginning with D. Danny. Knee. The notes that like to say knee. Somebody could also be Jewish. And then we've got Kneel by mouth. So someone that works at a hospital doing kneel by mouth. They work for elderly people possibly that could be passing away. So they work for elderly people and stuff like that. People with dementia, hospitals and stuff. That's what I'm hearing. Kneel by mouth. I'm also hearing mouth. So what's that? Chunk? A mouth? Like, Mama, you've been bad. Like someone's mum. So it's someone's mum. You've been bad. Beat it. Someone's beating off over someone or whatever it is. Beating someone. So is someone in a violent court case about a beating? Like someone got beat up? Or is it an eating? Okay, it's either beating or eating. An eating disorder. Like I have an eating disorder. Now that can either be like me or the other way. Okay. But I have an eating disorder. Okay. Law and order. And I have an eating disorder. And I might be having to go counselling over mental health, physical health, or health concern. Stern, Pucci. And a health concern. Health officer. Also. Someone that works in the health department for health. Physical health, national health, also health. Let's see. Trust me when I tell you, anybody in the health industry can be an absolute raving lunatic as well. There's no kidding you. Right, I'm just letting you know that not all doctors and hospitals where people are literally physically sane themselves. I've been banging on about the keto diet just lately, right? So that is something that I am doing. Okay, but if you look at that, the documentary that I'm actually going to post up, hopefully, when I do the vlog, because I also have a vlog, if you want to know, it's below. But, like, I'm going to start talking about my mental health problems and my eating disorder and stuff like that, and hopefully show transformation throughout the year. And I come up with this documentary that was telling you about, like, this doctor that used to, like, really tell everybody that fat was bad. Like, you cannot eat fat. Okay, and that you're supposed to load up on carbs, protein is bad, started to introduce loads of sugar and everything else to everybody else, letting know that sugar is good. And they used to bring out in the 60s that everybody was like supposed to, you know, if you look at the 50s and the 60s, people were as fit as fuck doing loads of different activities, and they were showing black and white film of everybody being really slim, really slender, and very rarely anybody overweight. Okay, and then till this doctor started to say that fat gives you cholesterol. You're not supposed to have fat at all. You're supposed to cut it all out and have loads of carbs and all this sort of shit. You probably know about it. You're probably doing this kind of thing as well, right? But like, because I'm actually starting mine in December. So this would be me also here. But like, yeah, doing something around like an eating disorder or something around that on diets and health for a lot of you. Okay, you might also be doing talks and discussions around dieting and health. Okay, you might be discussing it with your partner. You might be doing it with your partner, but you might be having talks and discussions around food. And we're doing a talk on food, or we're doing a talk on TED Talk. Some of you might be on a TED Talk, or just doing a talk on something. Okay. But that's normally where all spiritual people say, I'm going to do a talk on chakras and auras. Why don't you follow Doctor? You know, Doctor, everybody's been telling me. I've been following that Doctor for ages. Doctor, what's his name? Doctor Sleep. I got The Shining. I don't give a fuck. Doctor Sleep. I've got The Shining. Shining happy people holding hands. Sleep. Sleep. I'm also hearing sleeping with someone. Let's see, it might be an enemy. Aquarius for December. Aquarius for December. You got Gemini, Capricorn also. 6, life path 6, life path 7, life path 3, life path 3. Or numbers that add up. I can't go into it again, but just watch the Capricorn reading where I talk about your life experience with the karmic value number that the person that you add up with. Adam and Eve. I'm also hearing Eve, Steve, Stephen. Also Stephen. Yeah, caring. A care assistant. Someone that works at a bank. Something to do with your money, finances, going out, spending some money also. Shopping. Christmas shopping is also here. 6, 7, 8, 9. You could be dealing with a Virgo also. Could be mental health. This is also medication. Looking for medication and looking to self-diagnose myself or treat myself to something. You might be buying yourself something. You might be known as a selfish here, which would be a Pisces. Selfish because I'm going to treat myself to something, or I'm going to medicate myself, or I'm just going to take control of my own life and do it myself. Like, I don't really need, like, you know, a doctor to tell me whether I should or shouldn't do something. If I feel it being necessary, then I will. And this is the trouble, right? This is the trouble. My doctor, right, hospital, she was German, right? But she found out, hey, right? Steve would like to tell you that you have, like, very, very bad cholesterol that was from your family, AF cholesterol. It's very bad. You need to stop smoking. And also, no food. And I'm like, bruv, listen, I've got mental health problems as well. Oh, well, obviously, well, smoking is the worst. Anyway, long story short, as soon as I said, like, keto diet, oh, no, don't do that, no, cholesterol, very bad cholesterol. And I'm like, hold on a minute. So you look at other doctors, and the other doctors say, yes, this is actually really good for cholesterol, you know, doing the keto diet, whether it be AF or not. Doctors that have studied it. That does not mean that that person be right or wrong, but even my doctor probably hasn't even, like, studied the fact about it, was just educated a certain way through education of, like, going through hospitals and everything else. That does not mean that she would have been right or wrong. She probably just hasn't really caught on with the keto diet, or she's completely against it. That's what I'm saying. There is so much information out there these days that nobody really knows their fucking head from their arsehole, bruv. And that's the truth. All you can ever really do is think, fuck it. If I want to do it, I will, and I'll try it. And if it doesn't start to work, then it doesn't start to work. But fuck it. Right? You might be. I'm also hearing Placebo. Placebo have actually got, like, a really good album out. Yeah, anybody like Placebo, their new album? Fucking brilliant, bruv. But a placebo effect. Like, I might be taking something and it's really just a placebo. Yeah, so medication. I keep picking this up as medication. Like, medicating, trying to find a diagnosis for something. Okay. Hospitals, diagnosis of stuff. Anyway, let's see. Aquarius for December. December Amber. Oh, 6. Man, y'all got a good reading so far. Well, unless you're in a third party energy here. But there's still an energy of, like, success, getting attention from somebody, moving on and moving forward. There's a hell of a lot of energy of moving, like moving. So I don't know if someone's moving out and it's making you feel good, the fact that someone's moving out, like your children or whatever are moving out, or they're moving on with their life and whatnot, and they're just cracking on as they are and you feel good about it. But I definitely keep picking up that someone's moving out and someone feels really good the fact that someone's moving out. So that's that. And then you've got this energy of, like, gaining attention from 6 and 6. Capricorn, Gemini energies here. And getting attention in all directions. Like, it's all focused on these 2 3s. Like, I'm getting attention by everybody in all directions. Like, where things are really starting to pick up and happen, because it's all coming towards shark left. There are no sharks left. Bear right. There are no bears on the right. Anyway, let's see. So some of you could be driving quite a lot. Okay, wow, bruv, really? You're in a 3. You're in a 3, 3 and 3. Trees are green. Teresa, also. Some of you are having a right good gangbang with somebody here. Came up through the 6 energies of Capricorn. Same card. Really, bruv? Why? Oh, I can't take that as well. Man, some of you are having a right good, like, metaphysical time with a person with their energy here. I'm just saying, it came up through the 6 of Capricorn / Gemini. Okay? And it's the same kind of energy, and so is that, even if I was to turn that over. It's a metaphysical connection of 2 or 3 people here. 3 here, 3 here. Okay, some of you, this is just court date stuff that's waiting to come up with children. And some of it is doctor's appointments and stuff like that, and you're waiting to be able to go and see your partner. You're waiting to be able to go to court, or you're waiting to be able to go to the doctors and stuff like that, and waiting to hear from your doctor. Some of you are possibly in a third-party loving kind of interest of 3, and then this energy here. Yeah, and some of you... Yeah, some of you are in a right pickle, bruv. I'm just putting it out there. You're in a right pickle. Well, you're not. You're just in a metaphysical thing. And if you're not, then you're just kind of like waiting for an answer from someone. Like I send out a message and I'm waiting for their reply. And then I send one and I'm waiting for their reply. And I don't know if they're going to lie or tell me the truth or something like that. Or Elijah or Lucy. But like I'm waiting to like get a reply. Answer, reply. Answer, reply. Answer, reply. I'm also hearing I don't want to live a lie anymore. Like I can't lie about it any longer. I don't want to live this lie. I can't lie to myself anymore. So I can't live with the energy of the lie. So I have to tell the truth. Because I'm also picking up like a Libra energy of like the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So you might be going to Steve Vai, but you might be going to court. Okay, it could be court related, and I'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. But it might also be, sorry, because Steve Vai did the thing of love, the love of God. Great track if you don't know Steve Vai. But like, look it up, Steve Vai for the love of God. Jesus. Anyway, so there's the energy here of like where I keep hearing, I can't lie to myself anymore. I can't lie about what is here. I have to be honest. I have to be truthful. I can't lie anymore. I can't keep it up. I want to tell you the truth. Okay, that's the wannabe. I want to tell you the truth. I can't keep this up any longer. I want to tell you the truth. And for some of you, that truth energy is coming through as the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Like I am literally just going to spill my guts and tell you everything. Okay, so like I want to get it all off my chest. This is why this could be also something that is related to like hospitals or counselling, where I don't want to keep lying to myself anymore and I need to find out what this is. And the only way I'm going to do that is by sitting down with the person, if it's relating to a third energy, or if it's relating to like going to counselling, would be I don't want to lie to the person or to myself any longer. So I need to sit down and talk to them about everything and get everything off my chest, which means that this could be a counselling session. And the only way I can do that is by getting all of that off my chest to tell a counsellor about that. Okay, about that. But if you guys have anything that is medical, don't look at that as spiritual. Don't ask a spiritual person for medical advice. You know, I can pretty much tell you here, but I can't never tell you the true fact. You know, if any of you guys have got any kind of like serious problem around things, don't forget that a tarot card reader is really just advice, and each tarot card reader is going to have different advice. You can look at someone that's just starting and they'll have completely different advice as someone that's slightly more up here, and then even people that are really up here. That doesn't mean that their advice is any right or wrong than people that are kind of in the middle or down below, right? You always have to take advice as what it is. You either take it or you leave it, okay? But my advice would always be that if there's anything that is medical, seek help from a doctor or medical advice. Don't think, you know, this could be a problem with me. I need to get a tarot card reading first. Should I go to the doctors? if you know, if you've got anything, then make sure that you also do that. Okay, so before I do this, I am also going to my doctors in order to be able to tell them that I am starting a keto diet, and I shall go to the food expert and say that's what I'm going to be doing, blah blah blah. You don't have to do all those kind of things, but if it's like mental health, make sure that you get checks and stuff like that, right? Don't just base everything off the internet and Google and God knows what else, you know. Also make sure that you try to get medical help if you guys are not, you know, here, right? Because there's something around like where, you know, when you come up with an illness, right? You come up with an illness and the first thing you do is that you Google the illness, right? And you Google it and you YouTube it and you study it and you go over it. And then sometimes when you have mental illnesses, especially if it's PPD, like paranoid disorder and stuff like that, you can end up like backing out because you get paranoid the fact that people, you know, so there's an energy of like possibly finding out way too much info before you've actually discovered anything, you know, like I said, because there's an energy here of fearing to back out possible, right? So, you know, before you do that, you got to keep going, right? You got to keep going. So you're going to have to go back, and then you're going to have to go back again, and then back again, and then back again, and then back again, right? Is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. So it might be to court, it might be to something that you're going to, which would be counselling, and then the messages that you had were a lot around of whatever that was, something to do with that. Yeah, I think there was a message that came up for you around counselling, right? Yeah, so it's discussion and it's talking about certain things that you might be going to counselling with to keep going back all the time. Okay, perseverance. The only time you can ever know that there's something wrong is when you witness it about oneself. You can never tell a person that there's something wrong with them. The only way they can ever do that is by naturally coming up with knowing that there is something wrong with themselves. When they do, they can take that and have a look at it and think, I know that I have that. I know that I have that problem now. Okay, so I can now start to tell myself basically that when it comes up that I don't have that problem, that I can actually start changing my cognitive thought process. It's an addiction of any kind. The brain forms a stimulant energy that forms neuron receptors that trigger off memories. Okay, so it'll go back to certain things of childhood and blah blah blah, parents, drinking, alcohol abuse, blah blah blah, and it takes so many weeks in order to detach a problem in order to create another one. Okay, so that's why I always said about replacement. When you deal with drugs and alcohol, that's why people deal with replacement and going from drinking to smoking and stopping smoking to eating, taking tablets and then eating, stopping eating, and then accessed by the gym and everything else, right? So it's always about noticing the fact that you have that problem, and then when you do, you can deal with it when it comes up. But if you're suppressing the energy and you're suppressing feelings and you're trying not to take any notice of it and it's there anyway, then you're in denial. So you can't be in denial. So you have to realize that it's there in order to work on it. It's the same with any kind of dark energy or metaphysical connection. You have to know it's there. If it's there, you can work on it with people, okay? Unless they don't want to work on it. But do you know what I'm saying? You have to notice what's going on with me first. And when I do, then I can be aware that when that happens, I know that's a trait that I do, okay? And you can try and change it. You can't try to change anything you're not aware of, which is definitely a metaphysical connection. You can't do that. Okay, that's what I've got for you guys so far. Thank you so much. I'm sorry about the copying. I don't know if that's important to anybody or whether it really isn't. I really don't mind. But I'm also part of this because I have Aquarius and Venus, so I don't know what it is. Anyway, that's what I've got for you here. If you want to join, it'll be the first access bundle and also the full access bundle. Obviously, it tells you all about it below, so I don't have to keep talking about it. So before you join or whatever, just watch the video provided below. But this will be on both tiers. One's very cheap, the other one's more expensive, but it gives you more throughout the month. If you want a personal reading, anything like that, link is below. If you want to follow the vlog or the music channel, they're both linked below. Okay, thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the other side.